Welcome, everyone. Ready to dive into something really cool today. We're talking Bollywood.
Oh, excellent choice. Always up for a Bollywood chat.
And get this, our guide is this Finnish blog, right? It's called Matka Bollywoodiin Elokuva.
Interesting. Don't think I've come across that one.
It translates to Journey to Bollywood, a movie guide. Pretty fitting, huh?
For sure. And it says here it's been running since 2006.
Yeah, talk about dedication. So we figured whether you're totally new to this world or you've seen a few films but want to go deeper.
Yeah, get a bit more context.
Exactly. This deep dive's for you. So Bollywood.
Where do we even begin? I mean, most folks have heard the term, right?
Yeah, but like, what is it beyond just singing and dancing? Which, don't get me wrong, is a huge part of it.
Right. It's almost like what defines Bollywood to someone who's never seen it? Okay, so basically, think Hindi language cinema, usually from Mumbai.
Ah, Mumbai, formerly Bombay, that's where the Bolly comes from.
Yep. And those song and dance sequences are woven into, well, pretty much any genre you can imagine.
Romance, action, comedy.
Even serious social commentary, you name it.
So it's more than just fluffy entertainment then.
Oh, way more. You see, Bollywood is like this mirror to Indian society. All the values, the hopes, even the anxieties.
They're all reflected in these films.
Not just reflected, they're shaped by them too. Imagine films sparking national conversations, challenging norms. It's powerful stuff.
Wow, a cultural feedback loop. That's fascinating.
Yeah.
And speaking of history, this blog points out that Bollywood's been around for over 100 years. Older than Hollywood, right?
Yeah, it's wild. Roots going back to the early 1900s, silent films, then obviously it's transformed so much since.
Wars, independence, technology changing.
Global trends coming in, all while keeping that distinct identity. It's a journey.
It really is. I even saw the blog mentions that Finnish theaters started showing Indian films regularly in 2013.
That's pretty recent, all things considered.
Yeah, shows how its global appeal is pretty strong.
Oh, for sure. Especially post-independence, Bollywood became this key part of shaping India's identity, showing the world their culture.
Makes sense. Now, one thing that jumped out at me in the blog was the focus on music, like big names like Lata Mangeshkar, A.R. Rahman.
Oh, yeah, huge figures.
I know A.R. Rahman from Slumdog Millionaire, which I loved, but some of these others are new to me. How about you?
Slumdog Millionaire, great example of how that music crosses over, right? Rahman's got Oscars, global recognition.
Deservedly so. That soundtrack was amazing.
Got a lot of Mangeshkar. She's basically royalty in Indian film music, career spanning like 7 decades.
Seriously, wow.
Yeah, her voice is instantly recognizable to generations of Indians.
That's the kind of impact that blows my mind. Makes me wonder, has Bollywood music influenced Western pop at all?
Absolutely. You can hear it in Madonna, Britney Spears, even MIA.
Really? I
Hey.
wouldn't have guessed that connection.
And now with streaming, Western audiences are discovering those sounds more easily.
You know what? Now that you mention it, there are a few songs on my playlist that have that vibe. Never made the link before.
See, it's already opening up your ears to new stuff. That's the fun part.
Okay, so get this. This blog is full of lists. Best actors, actresses, directors. It's like a whole who's who of Bollywood. Some names I recognize.
Oh, like who?
Priyanka Chopra, Irfan Khan. They've done Hollywood films too, right?
Yeah, those are great examples of that crossover success, showing their talent translates globally.
Right. And the blog goes into specific directors too.
Oh, yeah, those who've shaped Indian cinema with their own style, their way of storytelling.
I guess understanding those figures helps you understand different periods of Bollywood too.
Exactly. Their careers often intertwine with how society was changing or filmmaking techniques evolving.
That's incredible. One thing I noticed, the blog focuses on films with English subtitles, which makes sense for accessibility.
Right, got to reach a wider audience.
But they also point out that translations can't always capture the full experience.
Ah, that's a tricky one. Subtitles are important, but sometimes, especially with a language as layered as Hindi, you lose some of the nuances.
Like what kind of nuances?
Mm.
I'm curious.
Imagine translating wordplay from a classic Bollywood song, you know. Some of the magic is bound to get lost.
So, for someone who doesn't know Hindi, how can they appreciate those films more deeply? Beyond just reading the subtitles, I mean,
It's about going in with an open mind, I think. Maybe do a bit of research on Indian culture, history.
get some context.
Exactly. And then just embrace that sensory feast. Bollywood is meant to be experienced on multiple levels.
That's a great way to put it.
Okay.
Okay, this next bit I found interesting. The blog even lists good Western films shot in India.
Oh, cool. Shows how the country's got this cinematic appeal beyond just Bollywood, right?
Totally. But it must be more than just the scenery, right?
Right.
What else draws international filmmakers there?
Well, India offers a unique blend of cultural richness, diverse locations, skilled film crews.
And from what I've heard, it's more cost-effective compared to Hollywood.
All true. And as the Indian film industry keeps growing, it's attracting more global collaborations, which is exciting.
Yeah, it seems like Bollywood isn't just reflecting India's story, it's becoming part of a global cinematic conversation.
Exactly. It's something worth paying attention to, for sure.
Wow, we've covered so much already. History, music, the stars, global reach.
Feels like we're just getting started.
Right. And this blog, Matka Bollywoodiin, goes even deeper. Specific genres, movements, individual films, almost overwhelming.
It's a good kind of overwhelming, though, isn't it? Ready to dive into some examples?
Absolutely. Let's unearth those hidden Bollywood gems.
Let's go back to those lists of actors and actresses the blog highlighted. It's fascinating, right? Each name is like more than just a celebrity.
Yeah, it's like they represent different eras or styles.
Exactly. They often become cultural icons. Think of someone like Amitabh Bachchan.
Oh, I've heard that name.
He was huge in the 70s, often playing this angry young man character. It really reflected the frustrations of society at that time.
Interesting.
His films tackled corruption, poverty, all those big issues.
So it wasn't just entertainment, it was social commentary too.
Exactly. He became a symbol of rebellion, of hope, and his impact's still felt today. It's powerful stuff.
Wow, so through these actors, you can understand different periods of Indian history and society.
You got it. They embody the spirit of their times. And then you have actresses like Deepika Padukone, Priyanka Chopra.
Oh yeah, the newer generation.
They're choosing roles that challenge traditional norms, speaking out on important issues, and they're finding global success too.
They're redefining what a Bollywood leading lady can be.
It's amazing to see. Speaking of global reach, remember that list of good Western films shot in India?
Yeah, it makes you realize it's not just about Bollywood itself, but India as a filming location.
For sure. A classic example would be Gandhi, the one from 1982.
Oh yeah, I think I saw bits of it in school.
It won a bunch of Oscars. Ben Kingsley as Gandhi, amazing performance.
And it was shot in India.
Extensively.
Yeah.
Captured the essence of the country during that pivotal period.
I can see how a film like that would contribute to a global understanding of India's fight for independence.
Absolutely. And more recently, there's Wes Anderson's The Darjeeling Limited. It's this quirky comedy drama exploring family dynamics, all set on a train journey through Rajasthan.
Wes Anderson doing India, that's got to be visually interesting.
Oh, it's a treat. And it shows the beauty and spirituality of India in a different but equally captivating way.
Train journeys always fascinated me. Seeing that through Wes Anderson's lens, with Rajasthan as the backdrop, that's going on my watch list.
You won't regret it. It speaks to a larger trend, too.
What do you mean?
India, with its diverse landscapes and rich cultural tapestry, it offers a unique cinematic experience. That's why it appeals to filmmakers worldwide.
Yeah, I get that. But it must be more than just visual appeal, right?
You're right. India offers this blend of cultural richness, diverse locations, and, really skilled film crews.
But isn't it more cost-effective than filming in Hollywood?
That too. So as the Indian film industry keeps growing, it's attracting more global collaborations. Benefits everyone involved.
It's a win-win then. Economic benefits for India, but also exposing international audiences to new stories, new perspectives.
And Indian filmmakers get to learn from international crews, exchange techniques. It's great. It's a real testament to India's growing influence on the global film scene. But let's circle back to Matka Bollywoodiin for a sec. Remember how they talked about the challenges of translating these films?
Yeah, how subtitles can't always capture everything.
Right. It's tough. Think about it. The wordplay in those songs, the cultural references and the humor.
Or even just subtle gestures that have a deeper meaning.
Exactly. You can't always translate that perfectly. Sometimes subtitles feel clunky or they miss the emotional depth.
So, for those of us who don't speak Hindi, how do we bridge that gap? What can we do to appreciate the film on a deeper level?
It starts with curiosity, I think. Do a bit of research on Indian culture, the history.
Familiarize yourself with the context.
Right. And then be open to new experiences. Embrace the melodrama, the musicality, the emotions. Let the film transport you.
To a different world. That's a great way to put it. I think that's the power of good cinema, right?
Absolutely. And Matka Bollywoodiin makes it easy to start that journey. Remember those rental links they provide? You can explore at your own pace.
Oh, yeah. Good point. Maybe we could all pick a film and have a little Bollywood movie night after this.
That's a fantastic idea. But before we get carried away with our own cinematic adventures, let's hear what the blog recommends. I'm curious to see what gems they've picked out.
You too. I'm ready for some specific recommendations. Okay, let's get to those film recommendations from Matka Bollywoodiin. They've got this whole list, even categorized by star ratings.
They really thought of everything. Makes it easier to find something you'll enjoy.
So any 5-star films that you absolutely loved, gotta hear your top picks.
If you want a visual masterpiece with a powerful story, I'd recommend Bajirao Mastani.
Okay, that name rings a bell. It's a historical one, right?
Yeah, a romance set in 18th century India. Incredible cinematography, costumes, and the dance sequences are just
Yeah.
breathtaking.
I'm already sold on the visuals. And wait, isn't that the one with Ranveer Singh and Deepika Padukone?
It is. They're both phenomenal in it. Their chemistry is off the chart.
All right, that's going on the list. What about something lighter, like a classic Bollywood rom-com? Those are always fun.
You can't go wrong with Dil Chahta Hai. It's a coming-of-age story about 3 friends dealing with love, friendship, careers, all set in modern-day Mumbai.
Oh, I love those kinds of stories.
Yeah.
And Mumbai as the backdrop, that's got to be interesting.
It captures the city beautifully, that vibrant energy.
Perfect. The blog also mentions some films that might appeal specifically to Western audiences. Any that stand out?
If you're into thrillers, check out Palvar. It's based on a true story, a murder case that really shook India.
Ooh, true crime, that always gets me hooked.
It explores the justice system, really makes you think. And Irfan Khan, he delivers a powerful performance.
I've heard good things about that one. It's interesting how Bollywood doesn't shy away from tackling serious subjects, huh?
Yeah, it's not all song and dance. They go deep, too.
So far, we've got a historical epic, a rom-com, a thriller. Got to have a musical extravaganza in there. It's Bollywood, after all.
For that, I'd recommend Devdas. Classic love story, lavish sets, those iconic song and dance numbers. It's everything you imagine a Bollywood musical to be.
Okay, Devdas it is. I need to see those dance numbers. It's funny, these recommendations aren't just entertainment. They're like windows into Indian culture, history, society.
That's what I love about it. It's entertainment with a purpose, you know. It reflects the heart of India, the joys, the struggles, everything.
This deep dive has been incredible. We went from knowing barely anything to having this whole list of films to watch, a better understanding of what Bollywood is.
It's just the beginning. There's a whole world of films out there waiting to be discovered.
Right. And Matka Bollywoodiin is the perfect guide. Don't forget, they even have rental links, so you can easily check these films out.
Definitely. And for those who want to support the blog after this deep dive, they've got a Buy Me a Coffee button on their site. I might just do that myself after all this inspiration.
A little caffeine boost for more exploration. Can't go wrong with that. Well, we've reached the end of our deep dive into Bollywood. We hope this sparked your curiosity to learn more and discover your own favorites.
Exactly. Indian cinema has something for everyone, so go out there and find what speaks to you.
Thanks for joining us, and until next time, happy watching.